proven strategies that I use myself to grow both my brand and my business using generative AI. So my promise to you today is that I'm going to show you how you can make the shift from struggling to grow your business, that feeling of feeling stretched thin and spending hours outside of your zone of genius, to expanding both your profit and impact by using generative AI to grow both your brand and your business. To make the most out of our time together, and I believe that action takers should be rewarded. So stay with me until the end, and I will share with you step by step on how to create stunning carousels from YouTube, whether it's with your own content or somebody else with reference, of course, in under 30 minutes. And this was very highly received when I shared it with online. So stick around, and as a part of being with me live today, I will send you the step-by-step on how to do that for yourself. But first, to make our experience the best together, can you please turn off your distractions, whether it's the phone, whether it's multiple tabs, or that urge to reply to that notification, so you can make the most of our time together. So briefly, when it comes to business and AI, we are at an unprecedented time. Think an electricity moment, or the early days of the internet, or the early days of even social media. There is this great opportunity for business leaders, but also there is complexity to it. It is super fast in terms of evolving, and this is why business is not as usual. Why is that? Because when it comes to balancing that opportunity and complexity, adaptability is key. Business leaders, they need to stay informed, and they also need to stay flexible. And that's key. That adaptability and staying flexible is key to adopting new technologies in general. But let me tell you, why is AI important? I will start with the big view, the 30,000-foot view of the forest, and then what I call the macro level. Then we can zoom in to the day-to-day processes and how it can affect that at the micro level. So at the macro level, the impact of AI, the whole economy, it's gonna grow into 407 billion in 2 years, by 2027. And this is a conservative estimate. If you take the largest economy in the world, the United States, AI will contribute over a fifth of net increase in the GDP by 2030. In terms of adoption, an estimated 37.3% annual growth rate is expected from 2023 to 2030. That's over 37% per year. So the impact is going to be huge. If we zoom in to the micro level, to the day-to-day operation, to the business leaders and business owners, to the professionals even. In terms of productivity, 64% of businesses, they expect AI to increase their productivity. How do the leaders feel about that? 3/4 of company executives, that's 74%, believe that the benefits of AI, it outweigh the risk of AI. And even the workforce, 62% of Americans believe that AI will have a major impact on workers. So both at the economy level and at the micro level, the day-to-day operations in businesses, it's going to be a huge shift. And it's not business as we know it. And with that comes a lot of concerns. Business leaders, they are concerned about missing out on AI. They have this fear of missing out, the FOMO. They also question, how do they leverage it for their business? And how do they keep up with it? And third, they have doubts on using AI solutions correctly. How do they implement it? So put in the comment, what is it, the concern that you have in regards to AI? Is it the missed opportunity, how to keep up with it, or how to implement it? And you can put 1, 2, or 3 to make it easy for you. Then next, what happened is, how do these leaders feel about AI? If we go deeper into their feelings, they feel swamped by the amount of information and the speed of AI change. This leads them to feeling overwhelmed. They also feel stressed out about the need to integrate AI so they can adapt to it and stay competitive. And also, they are anxious about the right way to leverage it. They are uncertain, what is the best way to leverage AI for my business so I can get return on investment? So which one relate the most in terms of feeling, your feelings as a business leader or a professional when it comes to AI? Is it feeling overwhelmed, the pressure to adapt, or the uncertainty on how to leverage it the right way? Again, feel free to put that in the chat. 1, overwhelmed; 2, pressure to adapt; or uncertain; 3. In working with innovators, I've seen three buckets. Some people are very excited about the earning potential of AI. Others are motivated to reduce the workload that's outside of their zone of genius. Those tasks that you have to do to keep the business running, but it drains your energy. It is not in your zone of genius. And the third bucket is people who are intrigued with how simplifying AI could affect their business. So, which one are you? Are you excited about the earning potential of AI? Motivated so that you can work more in your zone of genius? Or are you intrigued with the potential of simplifying your business? So, is it 1, 2, or 3? And you can put that in the chat. I get it. When it comes to innovation, it can be frustrating what to use, how to use it, what's the return on my investment for that. And I hear that a lot. And I assure you, I'm here to support you. Hi, for those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Nadia Boutawi. With a PhD in genetics and executive MBA with focus on healthcare and tech innovation certification from Graduate School of Business, plus 15 years C-level experience at top institutions and helping many startups move their innovations to the market, I've been top voice in AI startups entrepreneurship, as well as top 40 leaders on LinkedIn globally. My mission as an entrepreneur and mother of 4 is to simplify processes so I can help business leaders grow both their brands, their businesses, and their impact without feeling overwhelmed. Because we know the overwhelm is the one reason why people burn out and then they fall off the grid and they quit. So what we'll do today together, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies that I used myself to grow my brand and business. I will share with you an expert plan and a non-expert plan, how we can work together, and I will take your questions live and answer them live at the very end of this masterclass. So let's get started. How does AI bring value in business? Or in other words, what's the value proposition for AI? The way I see it is that in 3 major areas. The first one is enhanced decision making. How do we make better decisions? Which area of my business should I focus on to get the most return on my investment? The next one is, how do I streamline operations so I can become more efficient? And that efficiency should lead to better customer service, which is the third bucket, with improved customer experience. The question is, how do these 3 strategies I share with you fall into this value proposition of AI? I believe clarity is the number 1 strategy. You need to know which area to focus on that drive growth in your business, that aligns with your capability, both financial, talent, and goals. The second strategy is once you define which area to work on, how do I optimize my target audience so that I can serve them better? And by optimizing your target audience, you will know them at a deep level and you'll serve them better. And by serving them better, you improve your customer experience. Now, the third strategy that ties back to branding, growing your brand and your business, how do I leverage and repurpose, whether it's content in different forms, in different social media settings, so I can improve my customer experience and meet the people I want to serve where they are and solve their problem, to take them on that journey and position yourself or your business as the go-to person to solve those problems. So, which area, my question is, from among those three areas, which are the enhanced decision making, where it gives you clarity, number two, optimization of processes for better operation efficiency, or number three, better customer service by leveraging and repurposing the right content to meet them where they are. So which area in your business do you think AI would bring the most value in your current stage to you? Is it the decision making, the efficiency, or better customer service? I will take a few seconds here for you to put that in the chat, please. And thank you. So let me go through the three secrets that and how the strategy to use with those so you can improve, grow your brand and your business. The first one is you don't need more information to grow your business. What you actually need, and that ties back to this first area of the value add of AI, is the clarity and the right information in the right sequence to get results as fast as possible. So we focus on clarity and the right information in the right process or sequence so we can get the results. And you may say, why is this important? We are at an age that we are bombarded with information 24/7. There is so much shiny objects out there that can distract you from your path. So knowing what to focus on and being clear on the area of business that brings you the most growth is important. Being clear on who you serve, who is your target customer, what target segment should you focus on next if you are in the growth phase, and so on. So that's secret number one. That takes me, I'm going to share with you one example that helped me so much in understanding my target audience. And I believe you can do the same for your own business, whether you're a consultant, whether you're a coach, whether you're a business leader of a tech startup, and what have you. So this framework of who you serve and how to understand them at a deep level is valuable irrespective of your industry or your role. And that goes, for example, if you are a professional and you want to get promoted, your who or your target person that you would want to understand could be your boss, or it could be the company you would be working on if you want to pivot in your career and so on. So I encourage you to do this exercise on your own time, and I will share with you this after in the summary of this masterclass. So first, we're going to be using ChatGPT 4 or the later version. If it can work also with the free version, if you don't have to pay for this, or you can use other Gen AI platforms as well. So ChatGPT is a smart chatbot, and what we refer to as prompt is a sequence or a string of sequences that clearly give the instructions to the AI tool or the chatbot about what you want it to do. So I encourage you to take a minute and write down one product or service that you offer to your target audience. Set a timer for 10 minutes max. And why is that? Because AI and generative AI could be a rabbit hole that you can go in and it's very hard to get out if you don't set limits. Remember, we want to use it to improve our efficiencies and our businesses, but to free up time, but not to suck up our time. So we start with giving a relevant context to ChatGPT, what I refer to as priming. So how do you prime? Think of priming as if you are telling a story, you need to give the context. You need to set the stage in order to have a good conversation. It's the same thing for AI. You provide relevant context and then you set the stage. And this is how you do it. This is the exact prompt that I use, where I share what I do for a living and what I sell, who is selling it. Do I sell a product? Do I sell a service? And what does it do? And those bolded between brackets, you can tailor them to your product or service. Then think about what are the details of the service. In some cases, it's the features of your product. What I encourage people to do is to include the value add that you're going to bring to your target audience. It's not about the features, but the value add. And what's unique about it? What's my unique selling proposition, or what we call in business USP? I also include the pricing of my product or service, because a low-end pricing versus a high-ticket item may need a different audience that will think differently and it would have different pain points. I also ask it to, you should look deeply into the inner conversation that my ideal client has with themselves. You want it to use answers for targeting segmentation. So I want to tell it what my intention is with that particular prompt. And then what's the output? I want to create marketing and training that speaks to that ideal client, what they care about at a deep level. And I also always tell it to remember this information so I can build into that string of conversation. Here's an example that I shared that I created for my own AI Business Edge membership community, and I encourage you to check it out at a later point. So again, I'm an experienced innovation and business strategist selling AI for business membership. This is what it does. This is the value proposition, in-depth training, worksheets, and so on. What makes me different, and what's the price point, and so on. The rest is the same. And here's that. Now that we set the stage, now we're going to start finding out who do we serve with that potential product or service. So I need to create 6 comprehensive ideal customer profiles. Be specific, tangible, concrete as much as possible with the details you provide. And I also always ask it to give me a format that's easy to scan. Tables are great to skim quickly. So I ask it, you should include the following in the table format, and these are the headers for the columns in those tables. So I ask for the job and the industry information, demographic, psychographic, what their values and goals are, what their hopes and dreams are, and what they aspire to be. So not only we are understanding the surface level things, but we go deeper and see what's their values, their goals, what they hope to, what's their hopes and dreams, and so on. So I think of this model, and I encourage you to do the same, as an onion layers. So we're peeling those layers with each step of these prompts. So we got the first layer that a lot of marketers, they stop there when it comes to their marketing, but that's not where the magic is. So here is the results from this prompt in the Business Edge community, AI community. My potential target customers are tech-savvy founders, corporate innovators, small business owners, marketing professionals, and you can see the results for each. There was 6 more, but I only included 4 here. Next, I want to go to the next layer to go deeper. That's where you get to what keeps them up at night. So you're building on that previous table, and you add the following to the same profiles. What's their fears and frustrations? What are the challenges and problems they face? What makes them feel angry or disrespected? Do they have any tech proficiencies? And what are the opportunities that if they are to use your product or service, this will enable them to have? What doors would that open for them? And what content should I use to reach them? And what channels are they on? Are they on Facebook? Or are they on Instagram or LinkedIn or X and so on? So you see, you're going deeper to see what the real challenges are. What would your product or service enable them to do? Is there any roadblocks, pebbles, technological proficiencies, or deficiencies that may be a small thing for you, but it could be a boulder for them that can stop them from making progress? And knowing what kind of content to create and on what channel is key, because you want to meet your potential target customers or ideal customer where they are, because people, it's very hard to change their behaviors. And here is the results. What's their fears and frustrations? So we're building on that table. What you end up with, remember we had that 10-minute timer. So you have 5 minutes for the AI to do the work faster. And then the other 5 minutes, you are the expert. And you put your expertise hat, and then you review and check the results that it gives you. The best metaphor I think of when I think of generative AI is that the Gen AI is the engine that can take you places faster. However, you are the driver and you decide the direction, you give the details, you share the goals, the destination, and you're responsible for the output. So always use tech, but use it responsibly. So my question to you, how many of you believe that you have the right information at the right time? You can put yes or no in the chat. That takes me to secret number 2. You can make more money by doing less consistently. And why is that? Because overwhelm is the number 1 reason why many don't get results. When you find out which area or pain points you are good at solving, that it's painful enough for people to pay for it, because it's a business after all, you need to optimize your processes, and then you do less, but do it very, very well. If you look at very successful people, they found their niche and they're the best at it, and they do it over and over. And this will allow you not only to grow, but to scale and to automate as you grow, so you don't get overwhelmed. Let me give you an example of how generative AI can help you with doing less while also personalizing your content to meet your customers where they are. So let's take a customer decision journey. Again, this is irrespective of what industry or what product or service you have. Typically, customers go through a journey that starts with the awareness, engagement, where they interact with you, they convert, buy something from you, and then they become repeated customers. So that's the retention phase. So when it comes to your customers, if you are starting up and you are in that awareness phase, then it makes sense that you create content that speaks, that educates, that shows you off as a thought leader that can help these target customers. solve their pain points, and grow, whichever that goal is for them. And I believe that generative AI can help you create that content to meet them where they are. And not only that, take them on that journey from the awareness phase all the way to the retention, where they become your repeated customers by increasing the lifetime value of each of those target customers. Let me share these examples with you that worked really well for me. If you are at the awareness phase, a lot of people, they use social media to get people being aware of their products or service, their company, and what have you, or themselves even. We know, however, that social media is a third party. It's almost rented space. It's not your own. So one of the pillars in business is to own your target audience, meaning that you have a direct way to connect with them without a third party. And that's what's called through email marketing. So you can use AI to automate email list building. You can create a lead magnet that speaks directly to them. And I did share, if you registered to this masterclass, I did email this blueprint so you can do the same for your business. And by targeting the right audience and creating something that speaks to their pain points and gives them quick wins, you establish yourself as a thought leader who can help them through that journey. A great conversion for a landing page is about 60%. By knowing who I serve and what pain points they face, and I've used AI to and my expertise in combination to create this, my conversion rate is at 80%. It's outstanding. So anybody who ends up on this landing page and opted in for this free lead magnet. Not only that, you can also use long form content that speaks to the pain point that you can solve and repurpose that long form content. So it's almost like a flywheel. You find who to serve, what they experience in their as a pain point, create content that speaks to that. Not only you are moving them through that awareness phase and also establishing yourself as a thought leader and growing your brand. So instead of chasing leads, you attract those leads. You become a magnet. And that leads me to secret number 3, and it ties back to my previous point. Building your personal brand will help you attract more business. And this is not a quick win strategy because you build that foundation, and the stronger your foundation is, the further you can go and the higher you can go. So it's not a quick win. You become a millionaire in 2-3 months, but it will help you build a strong reputation that you become the magnet in your field for people who are experiencing pain points that you can solve. And how is AI related to that? A lot of people call it artificial intelligence. I refer to it as intelligent augmentation because it can, when used the right way, along with your creativity, it can elevate your personal brand and you become that magnetic thought leader who attracts the right opportunities of clients and repels the wrong one. And my own system that worked, and I shared it with very large business communities, is how do we leverage this long form content into smaller form content, shorter form content, so we are not overwhelmed. How many of you are overwhelmed by content creation online? I'm going to take a minute here so I can see your responses because I see this quite a lot, especially for founders and business leaders. Are you overwhelmed with content creation? Yes or no? Thank you for your answers. And when it comes to growing your brand and your business, this is doing that exact system that I'm sharing with you. It allowed me to be a thought leader and top voice on AI, entrepreneurship, and startups, all areas that I care about that I can solve for these business leaders? Anybody?
Right.
Baba can help you with that. I'm in the middle of the meeting.
Okay.
That comes with the territory when you have kids on a Saturday. Sorry about that. And not only that, but you also will increase your visibility. And that ties back to that thought leadership. So I've been featured on many news outlets as well. So I encourage you to do that exercise where you hone in on who you serve and also on journey of transformation. Let me share this example with you. And again, this is the carousel that I will send to all live attendees. The way I do that flywheel, I interview top global leaders in the world. This example here is from John Tarantino. He is a lawyer who is in the Hall of Fame of law here in the United States. His TEDx in 2023 was the #1 most viewed TEDx in the world. I think it's at 25 million views as of recently. So in my 1-hour interview, I leverage AI so I can create top quality carousels that summarizes that interview that I did with him. So not only that, and then I do a collaboration with them. So not only I elevate my brand, but his brand as well. And that's another powerful strategy where you can leverage the audience of other people that are already established. So you elevate both parties. And don't worry about the step-by-step. I will send you both the carousel here on how to, as well as a Google Doc that has the exact prompts that I use to create this stunning carousel. So you may be asking, how much time does it save you if you are to leverage AI the right way? And I've been in the tech innovation for years, and I have systems to test, implement, and optimize new technologies without being too overwhelmed. So for the past year and a half, I've been using generative AI extensively, and it saves me about 3 hours a day. If I were that translate that into how many days a year, it would be over a month saved. So my question to you, if you learn how to save 32 days per year, what would you do with that extra month? I'd love to see your answers here. For me, it will give me more time to watch my boys play soccer. I'd probably go on extra vacation, put more face to face with my customers because I really enjoy to leverage tech to free up time so it can be more in person. So what would you do with that extra month? You can put it in the chat. So I can tell you all about the AI, but it's better to hear from people who've done work with me. The example here is with Tracy Clark. She's a leadership and mindset coach. She has an 8-figure exit. She had a lot of awards, including from the Queen herself in England, and she has transformed in terms of her how she combined her creativity and writing, and she's writing a book. So watch out for that. There's also a lot of surgeons, mid-management, CTOs, to name a few. So I encourage you to do this. Imagine how it would feel if you do more of what you love, make the impact that you want, and still have time to spend with loved ones, still have time to go to dinner or to take your kids to a soccer game or a play or that extra vacation and so on. How would that feel like? With one word, can you put that in the chat, please? So I encourage you, tech sometimes can be intimidating, but there are ways that you can become a high-touch business. And that is a huge differentiator. When every customer, they feel special because you have the time to have that, offer them that elevated experience with you and your business. So the ultimate power move, I believe, is that learn how to engage generative AI. Learn how to combine that with your creativity. And when you do that, you will free up time to do more of what you love and to spend more time with who you love. I believe leveraging generative AI is a very powerful and strategic way to make a big impact in the world, while both growing your income and freedom. So you can have the freedom to spend the time as you wish. The other question that I always encourage people that I coach is, what would you do if you stop? What would you stop doing if you were implementing AI makes your business more profitable? So what's one thing you would stop doing if you implement AI the right way and your business is profitable? You can put that in the chat as well. Now, we know that I appreciate you being here in the masterclass. You can hear it once, but we know hearing it once is not enough because the AI information is overwhelming. It's frustrating, to be honest, especially when you're busy, when you have that pressure to adapt, the concern on how to, and you can't do it effectively alone. And this is why I would like to virtually offer you my hand so I can hold your hand through the process of leveraging AI to grow your brand and business and impact that you aspire to. So, you've got a couple choices. You can learn how to implement generative AI for your business alone, or we can do it together. And with that, I'm inviting you to the AI Business Mastery Workshop. It is not one of the pre-recorded classes that collect digital dust. This is a hands-on workshop where you have live training with me for a period of 4 weeks. This is a training where you can learn and implement AI to grow your brand and business without the overwhelm. This will free up your time to do more of what you love using vetted information that fits your business needs. It's not one of those solutions that are one solution fits all. You define the area in your business that needs help, you gain clarity on that, and then you learn and do. Learn